third video of the day. Oh well. This last video of today is going to be about hashtags and how you can use them for your business, to grow your business, grow your audience, and yeah. So, hashtags. Cool, let's get into it. Hashtags originally started on Twitter. Back in 2007, Chris Messina, I believe his name is, actually proposed to Twitter executives that they should group tweets with the pound sign, which is a hashtag. But they rejected the idea. And then San Diego locals started using it when there was a fire on, and that's kind of how it grew in popularity. And now hashtags are used to group together music, hobbies, business hours, everything. It just allows people to connect a lot better on all different platforms. So you've got them on Twitter, you've got them on Instagram, I believe Facebook's still doing them, and now you've got them on LinkedIn. So that's 4 platforms that are using hashtags. So it's about time that people start using them, because clearly they mean something. Now, I will fully admit, I don't use hashtags as much as I should. I just don't. I'm like a terrible marketer for myself. I'm going to be full out and just, explain that now and just be outright honest. But when it comes to client stuff, I have noticed how much hashtags significantly increase the reach on every single platform. It's amazing. I personally believe that the reason Twitter grew so quickly and so much was because of the hashtags, because you could connect with anyone in the world who's into the same stuff as you, and now you can do that on so many different platforms. So I really like that, and hashtags are an awesome way for finding your target market and finding out what they're chatting about and joining in their conversations, because that's what social media is all about. It's not just about posting your content and just leaving it alone. No, you've got to actually engage with other people, especially if you're just starting on social media, because this is a really, really good way to start building your audience. So first up, how do you create a hashtag? Personally, I don't think you should create a hashtag unless you've got a bit of a following, or perhaps there's like an event going on or something in particular, because it can be hard to start getting the traction on that to start with. If you're a beginner on social media, then just start joining in on other hashtags. So to create a hashtag, you would just put the pound sign and then an abbreviation. So there's SaaS for software as a startup. There's small biz for small business. There's just so many different things for different abbreviations, and there's a couple of websites as well that do explain the different hashtags and show you related hashtags, and that is Hashtagify Me. I will pop the link in the description below just so you guys can find it and don't have to write things down. Personally, I do recommend capitalising each word in the hashtag. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't affect searchability, whether it's lowercase, uppercase, half upper, half lower, but I do recommend every word just capitalise it, because it makes it much easier to read and can stop people making mistakes. So there was Susan album, that was it. It was Susan album, so it was Susan Boyle's latest album, and they didn't capitalise it. Susan album is one word, looks like Sue's anal bum. Not a good one to mix. Although it's good for press, I guess, but not a good one to mix if you're a professional business service. So yeah, make sure you capitalise each word just so people can see what it actually is, what it means. Yeah. How do you find hashtags that are existing? Again, go to hashtagify.me, which I'm going to pop in the comments below. And you can, if it's on Twitter, then you can just search in the left-hand sidebar. That's just the easiest, it's got what people are talking about, so they're the trending tweets. Or yeah, just go to Hashtagify Me, because it's just so much easier. How do you tell what hashtags are popular? I use a tool called WriteTag. Now that is actually a toolbar extension. When you are typing it into Twitter or into Facebook, you can see how much traffic that's getting at that given moment for the past hour, etc, etc. So you can see whether it's worth tweeting or not. Though I will say that sometimes it says that it's popular, but you'll get almost 0 engagement. Sometimes it's unpopular and you'll get max engagement. Really depends on the hashtag, and again, it depends on the time of day that you're posting it, because if the hashtag is really busy, then there's a chance that your post will just get swallowed up and no one will ever see it, and it will just die a slow, painful death. If you have competitors, etc., who are in your target market, then what you can do is you can use Twitonomy to find the hashtags that they use on the regs. Saves so much time. You can just, kind of just steal a tactic from them. Tends to be a little bit easier. Sometimes they know what they're talking about, sometimes they don't, so be wary. I'm not saying your influence is perfect, I'm not saying they're not, never know. And finally, how do you use hashtags? So there's a lot of people that are using them irrelevantly, is that a word? I don't care. But they're using them in an irrelevant manner. So just as an example, I'm having my morning coffee, hashtag American cars, hashtag plant life, hashtag save the planet, hashtag I like dogs. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The hashtags should always be related to whatever the tweet or post is about. So if you're uploading a picture to Instagram that's of a nice seaside boats, then by all means go for seaside boats, hashtag travel, hashtag sun, hashtag beach, hashtag sea, that kind of thing. If you're posting an American muscle car, then just hashtag American muscle, hashtag car, that kind of thing. Do not post hashtags that are irrelevant to the current post that you're doing. I tend to have a couple of hashtags that I would use for most of my posts, i.e. Hashtag marketing, hashtag small business, because that's what my content is relevant to. Some of them aren't, because I do like to post pictures of the pretty seaside or castles and things like that, and then I will go to different hashtags that are relevant to that. Again, if you're going to start using hashtags in your posts, then you better start engaging on them as well, because quite often you'll find it is often the same kind of people that are engaging on the hashtags, so clearly they're interested in that type of content. So if you engage with those people that are using the hashtags regularly, they're more likely to engage with you, and never know, it could come into a paying customer or someone who will become a brand advocate and share your content. So don't just post on hashtags, start going in there and engaging with people, because that again is what social media is all about. You've got to start engaging with people, otherwise it just becomes a one-sided conversation like this kind of is. No, you can comment back, so it's not a one-sided conversation. Shut up, Kelly. And just before I let you guys go, here are a couple of tips for using hashtags. Do not spam your post with hashtags, because that sucks. It looks crappy and looks unprofessional, and it's kind of pointless. I believe on Instagram you're only limited to 30 anyway, so anything above 30 and it won't count. Number 2 is don't use the same hashtag twice, because it looks unprofessional and it's completely pointless. It does not make a difference at all. Number 3, don't piggyback off other trends. For instance, today is Happy World Turtle Day. I'm not then going to tweet World Turtle Day and write something about marketing. I would write something related to turtles. For instance, did you know that every tortoise is a turtle, but not every turtle is a tortoise? I have a tortoise, by the way. Number 4, if you are joining in a conversation, then again, post something that's relevant to their conversation. Don't just say, oh, I think, if it's a political thing, which I don't recommend getting engaged in, but I know some of you will, whether I tell you to or not. But whatever it is, just make sure you are keeping it relevant, not just saying, oh, this is good, this is bad. Write your own personal thoughts on it and just let people know what you think, because even though you might be a little bit afraid to voice your opinion is what's going to get people to like you or dislike you. Not everyone's going to like you, not everyone's going to dislike you, but by voicing your opinions you help people get into whichever camp that they want to. And the final tip is to monitor the hashtags and make sure that you're engaging with relevant people. I know that was on the steps back there, but I just think it's so important to monitor and engage, because then you can get in conversations with influencers and things like that, and that can again significantly increase your reach. By using hashtags, you can significantly increase the reach of your brand on social media organically. So that means without paying a penny for ads or anything like that. So I 100% recommend that you go and start using hashtags. Cool, that was awesome. This is my last video of the day. I'll probably do another one tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. Enjoy using hashtags.